Assalamualaikum brothers and sisters, and good morning ladies and gentlemen. I have 3 books here. The middle is the Gospel of Barnabas, and on my right is the Quran, and on my left is a book on biography of Muhammad. The reason why I gather this book is to answer the criticisms of someone producing a YouTube in doubting whatever book, Gospel of Barnabas or the Quran. In the Gospel of Barnabas, the number of heaven mentioned in the Gospel of Barnabas is 9 heavens, whilst the Quran is saying 7 heavens. So why is there contradiction? Thing like this was heavily criticized. Is this a Muslim book? If this is a Muslim book, then why the number of heaven is different? Okay, as a Muslim, a believer that this book is right from the revelation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yes, 7 is right. And then as a Muslim, believe this is also revealed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The number 7 is right. So 7 and 9 is right. And I have this book that tell me the journey of the Prophet to heaven. Okay, let me look at the pages where it tells 9. Yes, it's on chapter 105. Let me read to you. God is so immeasurable that I tremble to describe him, but it is necessary that I make unto you a proposition. I tell you that the heavens are 9, and that they are distant from one another, as the first heaven is distant from the earth. Okay, so what it is, the heaven is vast. So now let's see the Quran. I just look at the index. Let's see. Sorry, I couldn't. I just try to remember. Okay, it doesn't matter. I couldn't find it this morning. Okay, what the Quran says, 7 heaven. And the Quran also mentioned door. So the heaven has doors mentioned in the Quran. So in the Gospel of Barnabas, doors are not mentioned. But in this book, I think I'll read to you this. Let's see whether I can still find the pages. Should have marked it. But you have to be patient. So in this biography, it also mentioned doors. So the It also mentioned doors. And when Prophet Muhammad reached the first heaven, the door of the first heaven was open for him to enter the first heaven. So when the first door was open, Prophet Muhammad saw a man, tall man. I think it is mentioned here, the tall man. Yes. The tall man is as high as 60 feet. And then Prophet Muhammad asked the angel, "Who is this man?" And the angel said, "It's Adam." So what happened was Adam was seeing left and right. When he looked at the right, he was smiling. And when he looked at the left, his left, he was crying. So what happened was he could see paradise on his left. He could see hell on his left. So when he see paradise, his children's human beings enjoy the life in paradise, he was happy and smiling. And when he turned to his left and he sees his children or mankind suffer in hell, he cried. So that is the first heaven. And then Prophet Muhammad completed his journey in the first heaven. Then he went up to the second heaven. Same, the door was open for him to be let into the second heaven. And in the second heaven, he met Jesus. And on he went to the third heaven. And then in the third heaven, he met Joseph or Yusuf. And on he goes, and until he also met Moses. In the fifth heaven, Prophet Muhammad met Harun. And on the sixth heaven, Prophet Muhammad met Moses. Then he continued his journey to the seventh heaven. The same thing, the door was open, and in the seventh heaven, Prophet Muhammad saw a Kaaba called Baitul Ma'mur. Is the Kaaba for the people in the heaven. And he saw angel going round the Kaaba in that seventh heaven. And he saw a person leaning on the wall of the Kaaba in the heaven, on the seventh heaven. Then Prophet Muhammad asked Jibril, who is this man? Jibril answered, your father Ibrahim. So Prophet Ibrahim lived in the seventh heaven. Is the end of the heaven, seventh heaven. So Allah counted for the Quran 7 heavens, the number 7 heavens, where the last heaven is the Kaaba. So what happened after the 7th heaven? Okay. So after the 2nd heaven, the journey continue on. So when the journey continue on, there must be another heaven, but not counted in the Quran, but counted in the Gospel of Barnabas. So there still another heaven not mentioned. So Allah knows best. He counts the number of heaven 9th for the Gospel of Barnabas. Allah count 7th for the Quran, where he just 7 is just where Prophet Ibrahim was there. But what happened after the 7th heaven, before reaching Siratul Muntaha, even the angel said, my limit, I couldn't go further. So that is the limit of the angel that couldn't go further. So, meaning that this is Gospel of Barnabas, Allah count 9 heaven, and here Allah count 7, so it's up to him. So the meaning is 7, it has the meaning. 9 number is also has the meaning. So I hope it answer the criticism of disagreement in the number 7 and 9. So really it is up to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to count 7, and it's also up to him here to count 9. Okay, I hope that explain why it is 7 here and it is 9 here. Both is correct. Thank you very much for listening.